I did not expect to have to push as hard and as long as I did. Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're an oldie but a goodie. I know it has been forever and a day since I've been over on this channel. The last time I uploaded, I was decorating for Christmas and I was very much pregnant, but baby girl is officially here now. Anora Leilani is her name. She is almost 1 month old now, and yeah, we have just been enjoying all of the newborn cuddles and just really adjusting to having 3 kids now and being outnumbered. So yeah, Anora is definitely the grand finale. We won't be having any more surprises because, as you guys know, she was a big surprise for us. So yeah, Colton went and got that taken care of before she was even born. He went and got the snip. So yeah, we won't be having any more. 3 is the max for us. So yeah, she is definitely the grand finale, and we've just been enjoying every little moment of, you know, her being here and just being a family of 5 now. So I do have a full vlog over on NitraaBTV of my labor and delivery experience, but I wanted to come over on this channel and just chit chat with you guys because it has just been a while. So I just wanted to sit down and talk and officially introduce you guys to Anora. Like I said, she is almost a month old now. It's been such a joy having her and having a 3rd child and seeing the boys with her. Uriah and Ezra are in love with her. Uriah prayed for a baby sister before he even knew I was pregnant. So he is just so smitten and in love, and Ezra is just the cutest little thing. So yeah, I'll have a video of them meeting her for the first time. I don't think that'll be up when this video is up, but it'll be up on the vlog channel really soon. So yeah, we've just really been enjoying this this new phase in our life, but I really just wanted to show my face on this channel, chit chat with you guys, because I know a lot of you aren't over on NitraaBTV. If you're not on that channel, make sure you go subscribe. Make sure that you're subscribed to my newsletter and you're keeping up with me over on my website and all of that. Okay, so let's get into my labor and delivery. So I gave birth on January 22nd, but my due date was January 24th. So I had an elective induction, and this was actually my 3rd one. And I know there are so many mixed reviews when it comes to inductions, but like I said, this is my 3rd one, so I was pretty comfortable doing it again. And all of my experiences have been pretty good. So with Uriah, since he was baby number 1, I did have to go in the night before and get prepped, and then they kind of got the ball rolling the next morning. But with Ezra and Anora, I was able to go in at 5 a.m. and you know, things just started to progress really quickly. So my experiences were pretty good, but of course with anything there are risks. And a baby in general is a risk, especially for Black women. So you have to make sure that you're doing your research and that you're just doing what's best for you. Find a doctor that you're comfortable with. So since it was my 3rd time, I really, I wasn't as nervous about getting an induction. With Uriah, I was further along. I was almost 41 weeks. So at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, like let's go ahead and get him out of me. But yeah, this time I was a little bit nervous, but not as much because I had already, you know, done it 2 times before. So I was like, you know, let's just go ahead and do it again. I know part of me wanted to experience going into labor spontaneously, but another part of me was like, nah, let's just go ahead and set the date. So we decided to set the date. We had to be there at 5 a.m. and when we arrived, they started prepping and getting everything started. They put my IV in, they broke my water, and once they did that, you know, they started the Pitocin and the contractions started. So I will say probably around like 8 o'clock, the contractions really started to get intense. And I always hear that contractions with Pitocin are much stronger than natural contractions, but obviously I don't have nothing to compare it to because I've only had, you know, the Pitocin contractions, and they are really intense. So once I noticed that, you know, things were getting a little bit more intense, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get the epidural. So with Ezra, my epidural experience was traumatic, you guys. It was so traumatic. Not to scare anybody, but it was just really it was very traumatic for me. Like, he couldn't figure out where to put the shot, and so like I'm like hunched over like this, and I'm having contractions, so I'm trying not to move, and I'm like this for, I feel like, 10 minutes straight, because he's trying to figure out what, like, I guess like why it wouldn't go in right. I don't really know, because you know, I'm just like this, he's behind me, he's doing everything, I'm crying, I'm holding on to Colton and the nurse, and it was just so traumatic. And then after like being hunched over for so long, he looks, well, he doesn't look, but he goes, "Hey, how tall are you?" I can't even tell him how tall I am because I am crying so badly, and Colton's like, "She's like 4'11", 4'11 and a half. And he literally goes, "Oh, that's the problem." And he takes it out and goes up just a hair, puts it in, and everything is fine. So that was my epidural experience with Ezra. So once he done that, everything went smooth. So since that one was a little bit traumatic, I was nervous about how the epidural was gonna go this time, but I definitely couldn't imagine not having the epidural, because I don't think I'm set up for that type of pain. So once I got the epidural, I was relieved, because I was like, okay, the pain's about to start going away, and everything went smooth. So I felt a lot better, because I was nervous about the epidural just because the one with Ezra was so traumatic for me. So yeah, everything seemed to be going well, but I noticed probably about 5 minutes or so after I got the epidural, I just started feeling kind of off. I just kind of started feeling not like myself, and I felt nauseous, and I just felt like I was gonna pass out. And they let me know that my blood pressure had dropped extremely low. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was so low, and I had never felt like that ever in my life, because I've never had low blood pressure or high blood pressure. So I wasn't familiar with the feeling, but it just felt so awful. I felt like I was just about to just pass out. And so I remember telling the nurse that, and I was crying because I just felt so uncomfortable. Like, I just did not like how I felt. So they gave me medicine to get my blood pressure back up, and then also something for the nausea. And they were saying that that's just something that can happen with an epidural, but I didn't experience that with the other two, so I wasn't familiar with it. But after they gave me the medicine, I started to feel so much better. So before I got the epidural, I was at 4 centimeters, and afterwards, like within an hour, it was time to push. So I was already at 10 centimeters, and y'all, I thought because it was baby number 3 that she was literally just going to slide out, because with Ezra, it was such an easy delivery. I think I only had to push like 2 or 3 times, and he just came out, and it was so easy, no stitches, no nothing. With Uriah, I pushed for like, I think for like 90 minutes, which is a little bit more expected, because baby number 1, you know, you've never done it before. Your body doesn't really, you know what's going on, because, well, it knows what's going on because your body's obviously made to give birth. But, you know, it's the first time that you've ever done it. So yeah, I had to push for about 90 minutes with Uriah. But with baby number 3, I was like, you know what? This is going to be so easy, because Ezra literally was just an easy delivery. Y'all, I pushed for not as long as Uriah, but for about 45 minutes. And whenever you're in labor, like when you're pushing, 45 minutes can feel like a lifetime. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about how long 90 minutes felt like. But I did not expect to have to push as hard and as long as I did. The clock was right in front of me, so I feel like I was really focused on how long the whole process was taking. So I almost wanted to tell them to like cover the clock up or something, because I just kept looking at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have been pushing for much longer than I had expected. Because before I started, they were like, okay, what time do you think baby girl's gonna come? And I looked at the clock, and I was like, oh, she'll probably be here. I think it was like 10 minutes. So at the time, I think it was like 11:20. And I was like, oh, she'll be here at like 11:35 or something like that. So when I was looking at the clock and it was just getting much past 11:35, I was like, Okay, yeah. So yeah, I had to push really hard and for a lot longer than I expected. So yeah, about 45 minutes of pushing and she was here and I was just so excited and so happy. And I just remember during the entire process, I was just praying and being like, Lord, please just let me be okay. Let my baby be okay, because you just never know what can happen whenever you're giving birth, because it's just such a scary and vulnerable experience. So I just remember just praying the entire time, and I actually lost a lot of blood. I hemorrhaged with Honora and also with Ezra, but this time it was really scary because they didn't know if they were going to be able to stop the bleeding, and I was really swollen down there, and I had basically been swollen all throughout the pregnancy, because pregnancy is just crazy and your body does crazy things from the hormones. And she was telling me something about like the swelling down there and the bleeding, like she didn't know if it was going to be able to stop. And then she mentioned something about having to take me to like the operating room and put me under anesthesia. And when she started saying all of that, I kind of just like, I don't even know where I went, because I just started praying so hard because I did not want to have to go through any of that. But thankfully and prayerfully, I didn't have to. The bleeding stopped. They actually had to pack down there to get it to stop, which was the craziest thing. I never heard of that before, but yeah, they had to like get a gauze and pack. And the next day when they took it out, it was, oh my gosh, it was not a great feeling. But I was so thankful that I didn't have to go through any of that. And I was so thankful for my doctor, because she really went above and beyond to make sure that I was taken care of. And yeah, I just had a really great experience all 3 times. I delivered at St. Vincent's, not sponsored. My doctor, Carrie Crow, she delivered all 3 babies, and I was just so thankful for her. She's just a really, really great OB, and I definitely will recommend her if you're like if you're in the area and you're pregnant, but again, not sponsored, obviously. But yeah, I just had a really, really great experience. So overall, labor and delivery went really well. Baby girl is here healthy. I'm healthy. I will say that the recovery was a little bit tougher this time with Ezra. I felt like I felt back to myself. Well, not completely back to myself, but I felt pretty good almost immediately. But this time I felt like, you know, it was a little bit longer. It wasn't until about day 10 that I really started to just feel a little bit more like myself and started to feel better. So yeah, the recovery was tough because of the stitches, and I couldn't really move the way that I wanted to, and it's hard when your mobility is limited and you're trying to take care of a baby. But yeah, we definitely got through it. Colton, he's like the best husband ever. So yeah, he definitely picked up a lot of my slack, because obviously when you're going through that, you cannot really do a whole lot. So you definitely need a great support system to help you move around and all of that. So yeah, we definitely had family that was helping out, especially for the first week, because like I said, I wasn't able to really move like I wanted to, and I think that was just because of the stitches and how hard I pushed and all of that. So currently we're almost 1 month postpartum and everything is going good. I feel good. Baby girl is doing great, and again, we're just adjusting to this ever-changing life of ours and just getting used to having a new baby around, and just, you know, getting used to having an extra kid, and that within itself is an adjustment. But I just wanted to update you guys, show my face over here, because it has been so long, and I just wanted to let you guys know what to expect for the future. So from now on, you can expect more regular videos. I hope not to have another hiatus where I'm gone on this channel for like 2 months or so. So I do have a plan on what I want to do on this channel, but I'm not really sure when I'll really get the ball rolling, just because like I said, things are just evolving and we're just really trying to get into a routine. And of course, whenever we get settled into that, I'll have some routine videos. You guys know I love a good routine. We'll be doing more clean with me videos. I kind of want to do like some clean and chit chat videos and talk a little bit more about like my faith and God and all of those things. I want to do haul videos, just a little bit more fashion here and there, and just get back into uploading more regularly over here, because I know this is where it started. So I really just want to nurture this platform and continue to pour into it. And I just want to thank you guys always and forever for supporting me and watching my videos and just rocking with you, girl. I truly appreciate it, and I love taking you guys along this journey and you know, the different changes that have occurred since I have been on YouTube. It has been such a long time now. I started this in like 2010, and I know some of you have been around for that long and you've seen it all. So just thank you. Even if you haven't, you know, I know some of you have been here since like right after Colton and I got married, or, you know, since I had Uriah or Uriah or whenever. Thank you so much for supporting me. I truly appreciate it, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I hope for you guys to see more videos from me this year. That is the plan. That's what, you know, I'm focused on doing this year, just showing up and being the best version of me that I can be. I know that, you know, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, especially with having another child. We really don't plan on like having a nanny or anything like that. I will say that is one of the joys of doing what I do. I am able to be hands-on with my kids, and I am so appreciative and thankful for that. So I really love being able to enjoy every moment. So yeah, we're just gonna figure out a plan that works for us, works for our family, and we're gonna go from there. And hopefully, like I said, there will be more content this year. Make sure that you're keeping up with me on all platforms. I am on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook. I have a website, a newsletter, all the things. So please make sure you're keeping up with me, and I am going to definitely try to do more this year. Thank you guys again. If you guys have any specific video requests or anything, make sure you leave a comment below, and let's chit chat a little bit in the comment section. Again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.